There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second to last reading sprints. I am very happy that we're back to reading. So, there's all of us today, which is exciting. Um, Cande, do you want to start with the book that you're planning on reading today?
Yes, so I'm currently listening to the new Isabel Cañas, The Possession of Alba Diaz. I'm really loving this book. I love, we read one of Isabel Cañas' books as a book group, and it was such a good book. And then I read The Hacienda, that was her debut, and now I'm reading her new book. And all my honestly, she's one of my new favorite authors because she's such an atmospheric. Um, I'm just loving the book. It is so. I think it's a little bit. I think Sophie read this one. It's a little
Yeah,
bit. I feel like she's getting with each new book, she's getting a little bit more into the horror side. Like it's getting a little bit
Nice.
more
yeah.
darker, and it's so fun. I'm just. I can keep thinking like I want to finish this and I want to see what she writes next, and I'm sure it's gonna be even better than this. So I'm just so excited.
Nice.
Yeah. I
What
have
about you,
also,
Sophie?
I'm reading horror today. I'm reading Or Shade of Night by Mayenne Enriquez. I'm a big fan of her short story collection, but I have never read like a novel from her. This is the first time, so I'm enjoying
Nice.
it so far. I'm like 100 pages into
Exciting.
it.
Exciting. And I am reading Romance Stripped by Zoe Castillo, aka Zoraida Cordova. I am rereading it. I read it the first time, I think 2019. This was very kindly sent to me by Zoe's slash Zoraida's editor. And I remember really enjoying it. I am really enjoying it now. I'm about halfway through. I remember I told you guys before, I remember it being steamy enough. So I'm excited about that. I'm just posting that we're doing the reading sprints. So ta-da, posted. So yeah, how many sprints do you wanna do today? Because we can do as many or as little as you can with the Pomodoro thingy that I love to use.
Um, I don't know how it's for you, Sophie. I don't know what time it's like. Do we want to read like for 2 hours, 1 hour? I don't know. Oh,
I
you're muted.
you're
Sorry. Maybe like last time or the time before that we did an hour and a half.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds good.
So I am going to share no the screen. How do I do this? Okay. Somehow I always forget how to do it. Okay. And now, ta-da. Okay. Yay. I am going to hit play and we'll go in 10. Oh, this is for 25 minutes, by the way. So
Okay,
we can do three of these. Okay, I'm going to
that's
hit
good.
play now. That was time. Remove. There we go. So how did you guys do?
Well, I'm like, I think 56% into the audiobook of The Possession of Alba Diaz. And yeah, it's just such a good book. I'm just gonna keep reading because I'm in the middle of the book right now, so I feel like I'm that point where I don't want to say anything because it just would be a spoiler. But also, I don't know enough of the book to tell, to talk about it. But I'm really enjoying it. So I just want to keep listening. And
Nice.
I'm so obsessed with the cover too. Like it just looks like a painting, and I'm listening to the audiobook, but I really want to have like a physical copy because it's just so beautiful. Just want to hold that.
Nice. How did you do, Sophie?
I did well. I read, I think, almost 15 pages. Um, I'm still really enjoying it. I always enjoy Mariana Enriquez's writing, so I'm having a good time. I'm still very early on, so it's
Yeah,
at
the book looks really chunky.
almost 700 pages, so I'm like 128 pages into it. So I still have a long way to go, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah. That's great though. I love because big books are intimidating, but once you're like enjoying them, then it's just flowing. So somebody joined us. I'll tell you how I did in a bit. So Pamela or Pamela, please let me know your how to pronounce your name. I'm Mexican, and we say Pamela. Hola, I'm a bit late, but I needed this reading sprint because I need to return my current read to the library soon. Okay, what book are you reading? Let us know. I read a chapter and a half. Things are fun, but I don't know. I really am enjoying this book. I am glad I gave
Nice.
it a shot to reread. Um, yeah, again, I don't know that I can say much because it would be a spoiler, but I am excited to keep going. I remember a really sexy scene. I don't know when it happens, but I'm excited to get to that part. And our share of the night is still in my TBR because it's really chunky. And yes, I'm Chilean, so we pronounce it the same. Okay, great. So Pamela. Okay. Let's do and well, we have 2 minutes to keep talking if you want to keep talking. Um, so Cande, just to be sure, yours is also horror.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
new Isabel Caña,
Isabel
so
Cañas.
it is more. I mean, it still has a little bit of romance, but it's a
Yeah.
little bit more horror, I think, than the other two books. Unless it feels a little bit darker.
Okay.
Um, so I just, it's really good. It's
I'm
also
glad
like,
you're enjoying it.
yeah, and it's like it's set, like in in that time period of Spanish people wanting to get gold in the stupid shit that humans did of alchemy and like, oh, we can convert mercury to gold. And it's like you are just poisoning yourself. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Which I think is really funny. Reading it now. But so, and I realized I don't really know much about that time period in Mexico. Like I know that
Mm,
what was going on in Argentina, which I guess it makes sense, but like I didn't know a lot of the names of those places in Mexico.
mm.
So I actually had to Google when they said, "Oh, I'm traveling to Nueva España," and I was like, where is that?" I mean, I'm guessing it's in Latin America, but I was like so confused. So I have to Google
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, the viceroyalties had interesting names.
Yes,
Um,
they they did.
and so Pamela is also reading horror. Pink Slime, 34% in. And if the book that I found is correct, it says a taut, harrowing novel about a woman and the people who depend on her as the world around them teeters on the edge of apocalypse, marking an award winning Latin American author's US debut. And per Goodreads, it says horror, fiction, science fiction, dystopia.
Okay, let me add that to
That's
my TBR because that sounds really good.
it does. I like the cover too. It's really
Yeah, I
red
think
and pink.
I also look it up like online because I didn't know what book it was, and it's from what I see, it's a writer from Uruguay, which
Yeah.
I haven't read. I think a book by someone from Uruguay before. I'm also adding it to my TBR.
Yeah, me neither, I don't think. I'm kind of bad at it. I'm kind of bad at reading outside of the like US mainstream publishing, just because that was kind of like the niche that I carved when I joined BookTube. But anyway, so the timer hit, so I'm gonna share the screen again. We'll go for another 25 in 10 seconds. That was time. Let me remove. There we go. So Melanie is also here.
Oh,
I'm late,
hi.
but I am currently reading Salvación by Sandra Proudman. All right, how is it? I think I have the audiobook for that one.
Well,
Um,
fun.
so how did you do?
Oh,
I
Sophie, you're good.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
I always forget. I was just wondering if the Salvación is the one about El Zorro, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I have seen so many people reading that these past few weeks.
Yeah, it just recently came out. I mean, came out this year, but I don't know when actually.
Yeah, maybe during the summer. I feel like
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
hearing about it for a long time because I follow Sandra, and she's been like
Mm-hmm.
advertising it ever since like pre-orders were available.
That's true.
Uh, yeah. Um, I was gonna say, oh, I am one page away from finishing my chapter, which is exciting. The sexy thing I remembered happened in chapter 11. Yes, chapter 11. No, yes, chapter 11. Sorry. um, yeah, it's I like it. Again, I am having a lot of fun. I would love to see like a movie version of this. What about you guys?
You can go, Sophie.
I managed to read another like 12, 13 pages. Still enjoying it. These don't have chapters, or they're really long. Like the first part, it's 165 pages. So I don't think I'm going to finish that tonight. But yeah, I made good progress.
Nice. Yeah, I actually got distracted, and then I kind of like I need a break from Alba Diaz because I was listening to the audiobook and just I cannot concentrate on the audiobook. So I switched to like a physical book. It's called El Fútbol a Sol y Sombra de Eduardo Galeano. Um,
Mm.
I bought this book. So I have read Eduardo Galeano before, but I bought this book when I went to DC to visit Adriana. And it was so fun because we went to like used bookstores and there was like books in Spanish, and I was like, yes, Eduardo Galeano. Um, so it's about soccer, which I'm fine, I guess. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I like Eduardo Galeano, so it's just like what his writing is like very short, like almost like not even in stories. They're like a very short thing, like a couple paragraphs. And because this one is about soccer, he's talking about like how it's like it became like an industry that only moves money, and how even like enjoying the sport is not even a thing anymore. And it's so funny
Ooh.
because he wrote this book in like in the 90s. So I feel like if he could see what the soccer industry is right now, he will actually collapse in a heart attack. But
Yep.
maybe it's good that he doesn't see this right now. But yeah.
Yeah, that's I've read Eduardo Galeano. I read Espejos. I love his writing. I remember really, really loving his, like he writes in kind of like vignettes, and sometimes it feels
Yes.
like poetry,
Yeah.
which I really, really dig about his writing style. Um, Melanie, tell us how your book is going, as well as Pamela. How far into it are you? How what kind of progress do you want to make? Also, have you read other books? I know Melanie has shared um, her bingo board a few times. So let
Yeah,
remind me,
Melody's
remind
making
me.
good progress.
Yeah,
She's like on fire.
yeah, she's doing way better than me.
Don't say that. It's okay. It's okay. The important thing is
um,
to read.
yeah, that's true. The point is to read. So Pamela says, I'm liking the creepy vibes, very dystopian and flashback of confinement. I'm not halfway through yet, but I wonder how it will develop. It was written in 2020, so I wonder how the author will end it. Ooh, interesting. Melanie is chapter 9, and currently things are getting interesting. Okay,
Oh,
so
fun.
it's fantasy, right? More than I'm about to finish the chapter. Okay. So it's like, is it fantasy or is it more historical? Is it a blender of both, or is it contemporary? I don't know. I just know the cover.
The
Same.
cover is so nice. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, somebody already died. What the hell?
Okay.
Oh, okay, it's more like historical fantasy. Okay, that sounds
Okay.
fun. Sounds fun. I love Latinx fantasy, Latinx historical fiction. I think it's so
Yeah.
interesting and fun. So we're gonna do one more reading sprint. We're gonna chat a little more, and then we're going to leave. Um, so Melanie just wanted to read this comment. It's a blend of both because it takes place during the time of the signing of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Oh, the treaty. Yeah,
Oh,
interesting. Is that when Texas or California or both went to
you should know
the
that.
United States? I feel like I should know that. I also
Yeah.
studied that in college.
Mexican history. That's yours. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's when California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. Oh my God. Yeah. Half of Mexican territory at the time went to, well, not half, but almost half. Yeah. See,
It's
I
so funny
remember
because
stuff. I went to college.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Cause I before so right now I'm listening to Alba Diaz, but I decided to reread Vampiros of El Norte before. So it's kind of funny because it's also set around the same time. Because it's around the
Oh, yeah, the
Mexican and
war.
American War.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forget that. Like, I remember really loving that book, but I didn't remember the particular setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a fun book. I just Tanya's writing is so good.
Yes, agreed. And I'm glad she's been able to like keep going with the books, especially in that genre.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
I have recently been following. I don't know if you have seen Silvia Mario Garcia has been sharing cell numbers from different books that they can see in this website that I forget the name, where you can see how many books each book has sold, and she has been
oh,
sharing the information. And I was a little bit shocked about how she mentioned her cell number after Mexican got like not including Mexican got and also what's the name of oh my god, I'm blinking on it. Stephen Graham Jones, is that his
uh-huh.
name?
yes.
And they're so low. Like his last book was the first one that sold more than something like 40,000, I think, books, which I know it's a lot, but at the same time, these are authors that are so big that in my mind they should have
More,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, and now we have fan fiction getting 100,000 copies sold in a week, and it's like,
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it's so like I read an article that described it as like that, like what fanfic turned to books in publishing is what reboots and spin-offs and like all of these bullshit that Hollywood is doing to the movie industry is basically like the equivalent of what publishers are doing by turning fan fiction into books. Also, I had a little conversation about this with a friend recently. I think part of the fun, or no, not part, I think all of the fun in fanfic is the fact that it's fanfic. Like imagining those literal characters having those interactions with each other. Once you like, why, especially in the way that they're being marketed, like, why do I want to read about Draco and Hermione No, I don't. No, I don't. I can just go on AO3 and read the fanfic myself. Obviously, not this one. I'm not interested in Harry Potter fanfic anyway, but like, no, no. I'm mad. Not for me. Not for me. The fanfic to book, I think it might work for me if I don't know the origin story, but
Yeah,
like,
I have read books without knowing they started as fanfics for certain couples, and I have enjoyed them. Also because I'm not maybe big fan of that, or sometimes it's like it's a fantasy original story and they turn it into contemporary, so it loses everything that makes it like, yeah, I don't know, recognizable.
yeah,
And so sometimes if I don't know or I don't recognize the original thing, I can enjoy it.
yeah, same. Which is like why it's so weird to me that publishing is like using that as a marketing strategy. They're like, read this once upon a time Harry Potter fanfic. No, I don't want to read. Like, if you pitch something to me as like it was originally fanfic, I don't want to read it. I love fanfic. I don't want to read it turned into a book.
Yeah.
No, I just don't. Rake me through the coals. I don't care. I think that's a feeling a lot of people have, but just in case. Okay. I am going to add the Pomodoro thing, and we'll go in 10 for a final 25 minutes.
Okay.
that was time. I decided to finish the chapter and then I read another one and then we had like 4 minutes left and I didn't want to start a new chapter. Um so I am on chapter 13.
Nice.
Excited to keep going. The conflict is coming up, which I love. Um that's my update. How about you?
I read like another 12 pages. I think I'm 8 pages away from finishing the first part.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I read like, I don't know, maybe if I'm lucky, like 10 pages, because I got distracted again. Um, and it's like an interesting book because it's like kind of like, this is the book for, I guess people don't know which one I'm talking about, but because it's just talking about a little bit of the history of soccer, and also like it's like he designates like a big net, for each part of soccer, like the players and the
Mm.
ball, and like I don't know, it's just like interesting. I really like his writing. It's not definitely like a topic I would not pick up necessarily to read about, but like I really like his writing. So um, it's just I don't want to say like it's a good book because I don't know where he's going. I only read like 26 pages, so I don't know. But it's an interesting book, I guess.
Okay. Um, I love your take on that book. I really want to read it. Um, right after I finished Mirrors, I really wanted to read everything that he had ever written because I was fascinated by his writing style. Um, that is something I have not pulled through, but whatever. I just want to read comments from Melanie and Pamela. So Melanie loves Vampires of El Norte. It is a really great read. Um, and I think this is to your comment, Sophie, on the books, like
Mm,
how well or
Oh
badly
yeah.
yeah.
books sell.
Yeah.
Um, And Pamela says, agreed, fanfic should stay in AO3, in our AO3 safe space. Safe space. Jesus Christ. Yes. And that was from like before, and now Melanie is 48% in, so only 2% for halfway.
Nice.
Are you listening to the audiobook, Melanie? Because and also let us know how quickly you read the audiobook, because I am I am a 1.5, 1.75 person. Sophie reads way quicker, like listens to it.
Not anymore. I'm trying to just do time speed.
Oh, okay.
That's my. I try to keep it at that. Sometimes less, but I try. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you, Cande, what's your speed?
I used to be a two-person, 2.0, but I've been listening a lot of audiobooks lately, so now I'm listening to 2.2,
Mm,
because I need it a little bit faster.
yeah.
But yeah.
And Pamela says, I read a couple more chapters. They're short, but I did get distracted getting a snack. That's
That
fair.
is so fair.
Yeah.
Melanie reads usually at 1.5. If I read any faster, I lose track. Yeah, same. That happens to me too.
I don't lose track, but I realized that it was my anxiety making me
Mm.
want to get through the books faster. Like in
Oh,
my mind, it was like a productivity thing. I don't know. It was a weird anxiety induced relationship I had with audiobooks. So now I try to keep it at two, not because I can listen to it faster, but I just didn't want to like make it like a competition with myself. Like how fast can I
Ah,
I wanted to enjoy the book. Like I, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that is very fair.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I remember when I first started getting into audiobooks, it was really hard for me to focus on the story. Especially if I tried any kind of multitasking, I would always fail. I would always have to rewind the audiobook. It takes some training, in my opinion.
I think it
Pamela,
does. Yeah.
sorry, Cande, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, like, I think it's just like the more that you listen to audiobooks, sometimes it's just a little bit easier to just want to listen to them
just
faster.
faster. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and sometimes I do like reading the audio, listening to the book and reading the book at the same time, especially like big fantasy books.
Yeah.
hmm,
And then I do need to speed up because I actually read way faster than the audiobook and then I
yeah.
just get frustrated.
I have this theory that it has to do with how fast you speak. I speak really fast. In English, I
Mm.
speak
Oh,
fast, but in Spanish, I speak so fast. So I have always thought that it has something to do with that.
that is an
Okay, yeah,
interesting
that
theory
makes sense.
because, yeah, I do speak fast in Spanish too. So I'm going to sit with that. I think you might be into something, Sophie.
And Pamela usually does 1.75 and did two ones, just because the narrator was truly too slow.
And yeah, and
That
it also like depends out of the audiobook because sometimes, those new audiobooks that are now like with special effects, I actually
mm,
have to slow it down because if they have like music of like special like sound effects, I actually want to listen to them like in the
yeah,
regular sound. So this is it depends of the audiobook too.
yes, agreed, agreed. Um, how are your books though, Pamela and Melanie? Are you enjoying them? Are things picking up? Let us know right before we go. I am so excited to keep rereading Stripped. Um, I don't know that I can finish it tonight. I would love to, but I don't know that I can. Um, and this will be my second book for the bingo. What about you,
Nice.
Sophie?
I have read 8 books, but I think I was reading too quickly at first, and
Mm,
I started to get into a slump. So far, the last like maybe 6 days, I haven't actually been reading that much. Um, but now it's time to pick up again. So here we go.
Nice.
and you,
What
Kende?
Okay, so I actually read like 11 or 12 books at this point.
Whoa.
Um, yeah, I read a lot, but mostly in September. I read a lot during September, and I think it's because in part I reread a lot of books. Most of the books I read for the bingo have been rereads, which is awesome, but like it also means like I read them faster. So it was fun, but then I was like, well, maybe I should try to read a new book. So that's why I'm listening to the Alba Diaz book because I was like, well, I keep like just picking up the same because I listened to the Silvia Moreno Garcia, the Bewitched that I have read before, but like this time I listened to the other book, and then I read Manu by Kelly Fernandez
Yeah.
that I really love. So yeah, I think like we're reading a lot of books. But what, Sophie? I know you read a couple too. So which one has been your favorite so far?
That's a hard question. Um, oh my god, I just remember um, the girl that plays Belly, the meme where she says that. Have you heard it? That's such a hard question. Whatever, it just
Oh
came to
yeah,
my mind.
no, yes, I have listened to
Yes.
that.
Um, I think probably the possession of Alba Diaz or the bewitching. One of the two.
Okay.
I think that would
Hmm.
be.
Yeah. Fun.
What about you, Candace? What's your absolute
Um,
favorite?
I think I listened to the Influencers by Anna Marie McLemore, and I actually listened to the book in one day. and it's
Wow.
like a 400 pages book. So and it was mostly in one sitting. So it was a really good book. I think the twists are kind of like eh, but it I just so thoughtful because it's just so talking about like kid influencers and like the way that we do like social media, and I think it was like it had so many important things to say, and it was just so difficult to put down, and kind of remind me of Wild Beauty, like the relationship the siblings have. It's kind of like this relationship of the cousins in Wild Beauty. So I really love that book. I think that has been like my favorite one so far.
Right. That's on my TBR, but there's so many books on my TBR that
Yeah, I know. And
Same.
like, I'll be honest, I've been like now reading the new books by Anna Marie McLemore. Because I kind of feel like all of the books are kind of like kind of similar to each other, and that's good for people. I mean, I love their books, but like I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. But I really enjoy the influencers, so I don't know if that helps anyone, but I really like that one.
that
Good to know. I do want to read that one. That was on my radar a while back. Um, okay, I'm gonna read the comments. Melanie says Salvacion is about to get in some problems, so I'm excited to see how it goes for her. She's also doing hard eyes to the love interest, Alejandro, and even though I feel it's a bit insta love, I want to see how it goes. Oh, and it is your fourth book for the bingo. Okay.
Nice.
okay. Salvación is
Um,
what
sorry.
it Salvación is a YA book or is it adult?
I
I
think
think it's
it's
YA.
yeah.
Yeah. Pamela, I am enjoying it, but I wish it would pick up a little, hopefully in the next chapters. For the book bingo, I've been rubbish. The three books I'm in the middle of are for the bingo, so so far zero. That's,
It's
exactly
okay.
as Melanie says. You got this.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's understandable. Reading is hard. It took me a minute to get into something too. Um I finished, but once I finished, because I think I told you, Cande, this like the last sprint. I
Hmm.
just needed to finish a book, and then like I could feel the encouragement to keep
Yes.
reading. And that's how I feel right now. Because I started this to today, maybe yesterday. I don't remember
Oh,
anymore.
nice.
But I started this not too long ago, and I'm already over halfway through. I really want to see if I can read the whole series, like the other two books. But I also really, really, really want to read this one. So,
That one's so good. I love that.
um,
And
okay.
what was the first one? The one you finished?
It's called "If We Were a Movie" by Sakia and Jamal. It
Mm,
is contemporary, YA, sapphic. It's about a girl who's working at the local movie theater. It's really really good. I really liked it. I missed reading first love stories. Because I don't know if I've said this before, but like during September, I was only able to finish one book, and I literally finished it like September 3rd or something like that. Um, and then it was, I don't know, like it wasn't even like a reading slump. I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was, but I wasn't able to like focus on what I was reading. I also was like resisting the audiobooks, because I wanted, like, I really really wanted to read my physical books, but nothing was like keeping my focus. So yeah, me and my ego. um so
No, don't say that. It's okay.
it's okay. It's okay. So thank you, Melanie and Pamela, for joining us. Hopefully, we will see you next time for the final reading sprints. Hopefully, we're able to finish some books in those sprints, because I know I love finishing a book during a reading sprint. Um, Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week, same time, same place. Bye.
Yeah.
bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much.